Hey everybody, it's Doc Green, the Rhodes Scholar. Another video about BRICS. Yes, this is a series, I guess. I might even put them in a playlist. I don't know. I'll figure that out later. But I want to get on to yesterday, or a couple of days ago, I mentioned how BRICS was affecting American economy and trucking in particular. And then yesterday I did a video, which was actually just a few minutes ago, I did a video that was about how BRICS is called America's military bluff, basically. This one is about our social standing in the world and among these other nations and why they're choosing to team up with BRICS and abandoning the U.S. and abandoning the U.S. dollar. This is going to be hard for some of you to understand. A lot of people are going to confuse religion with social and acceptable norms, but they all, and politics. A lot of people say keep religion out of politics, keep politics out of. You can't. They're intertwined. They are. It's like a basket. They're weaved together. So what would cause these countries? All these countries didn't just decide to go against America because our military power didn't matter anymore. There's more to it. Something had to piss these people off at America. Democrats are going to swear it was Trump, and the Republicans are going to swear it was the Obama. And the truth is, not quite. These countries over there are not mad at a particular leader. They are upset with America as a whole. And when these countries in the Middle East that are teaming up with China, such as Saudi Arabia and Iran, who have been enemies for decades, all of a sudden they're teaming up together and joining in with China for oil trade and everything. There has to be more to it than just they don't like Trump or they don't like Obama. When you have countries in Europe that are talking with China and talking about going on the yen and dealing with their currency, replacing the dollar, their influence among their people has a lot more to do with the entire social standing than just a particular political party in America. They don't care about our political parties, really. They all got an opinion, but that's not what's driving them crazy. Same thing in Africa. When you have all these African nations that are joining BRICS and going with them and accepting loans and building up their countries and everything, there has to be something to it more than just Trump or Obama, or Biden. There's more to it. People in America go, well, they don't understand that they're joining the socialist communists. Don't they understand exactly? These are not stupid people. So what happened in the world in about the last 5 years, last 2 years in major momentum for BRICS? What happened in the world that created this momentum? Today we're going to discuss the social system and what happened. Next video will be about the economic system and what happened. Socially around the world, leaders of other countries do not like being talked down to. They're very proud of their country. They're very proud of their people and everything. They know they can't beat America in an all-out fight. And at the time, they couldn't beat America in an economic war. So when people like Donald Trump opens his mouth and pisses them off. I know I got a lot of Republican viewers out here and conservative, and I am a Republican. Well, I'm not a Republican, I'm a conservative. But these are facts. Trump opened his mouth and pissed off a lot of European leaders and a lot of Middle Eastern leaders and stuff like that. He wasn't the only one. See, a lot of people like pointing at Trump, but let's go back one president before him. Let's go back to Obama. When the American dollar crashed and our rating, you can go look this up. I don't know if a lot of you are going to remember this, but there was a point where the dollar was no longer at the top of the pile. We lost our credit rating. It went down. And Obama got on television and said the dollar is as strong as ever and is still a AAA rating. And we are not in a recession. And he named off all these things that went against every rule that America had made for the rest of the world. If your GDP wasn't so high, if your jobs wasn't so low, if the people weren't making so much money, if your debt was too high, these all factored into your country's credit rating. And America set the rules. And all these other countries would abide by them. They were loaning money for the World Bank and for the U.S. Treasury and all this, depending on this set of rules. And all of a sudden, America slips up, and we fall. Our dollar value falls. And instead of following the guidelines and rules we made for everybody else, Obama just said, no, those rules don't apply to us. And that pissed off a lot of world leaders around the world that were struggling and doing backhand deals and giving up on goods and making, backroom, boiler room deals and everything, trying to keep their level of credit in this rating system that America created to a certain par so they could borrow money and keep their countries running and feed their people and feed their employees and keep their government running and defend their countries. So when Obama come out and said, oh, you know what? That rule doesn't apply to us. We're still number one. We're still 4A rating, whatever the rating was at the time. I can't remember the exact rating. And that doesn't apply to us, and we're still number one. And the rest of the countries went, wait, what? We have to do all of this stuff and abide by all these rules in order to keep begging you for money and begging the World Bank for money and begging the Federal Reserve for money and begging all these lenders around the world for money. We have to do all these rules and everything that you put into place, America. But now that you faulted on them, oh, it doesn't apply to us, and keep on rolling. That pissed off a lot of countries. A lot of countries realize America's not playing by the rules, the same rules they set for everybody else. Then came Trump into office, and of course his mouth went over there he pissed off a lot of people just by the way he talked to them. But Trump didn't piss them off so much as an economic thing because he made great trade deals. Replaced NAFTA with the new North American, the Can-Am Mex trade deal, which was a lot better for America and everything, but the Democrats haven't worked within the bounds of it because they just hate Trump that much that they would rather have bad trade than to work at the deal that Trump made, So, but Trump made some good political or economic moves around the world. But he had a mouth on them, and he disrespected a lot of world leaders to their face in public, on worldwide cameras, on international television, and people got pissed. More pissed, and they still remember what Obama had done to them with the economic system. Then Biden gets into office. Well, towards the end of Trump's presidency, however, Biden gets into office after it's all over with, after Trump done pissed everybody off, and Biden starts talking about his administration is pushing. And I don't care how you feel about homosexuals or transgenders or cisgenders or quadrangle genders. I don't know what their nickname is this week. I don't care how you feel about the LGBTQ ABCDEFG people. What I'm about to tell you is how the rest of the world sees it. If they did not think we were the great Satan before, now they watch our heads of state appointing transgender people in positions of power in their administration. And it's like a slap to the face of these other countries' religious views. See, everyone keeps talking about how the religious Christian right persecutes these people and everything. I got news for you. No major religion in the world agrees with homosexuality. No major religion. Now, there might be some little rainbow cloud coalition or something going on that may, but major religions do not support homosexuality and the transgender and all that stuff. They just don't. So when America points these people in positions of power, the rest of the world looks at us and goes, wow, America's decadency has led them to this, to where they now accept this as normal. America's gluttony and what do you call it? I wouldn't say selfishness, but that's not the right word. America's gluttony and I can't think of the word right now. But all this led to America now accepting homosexuality, which they consider a sin in their religions, and things into their government. And now these people are running the world. That's a very offensive thing to these countries around the world. African countries look at the countries in Africa, look at us like, are they crazy? What the hell do you mean a man's a woman and a woman's a man? They don't comprehend it at all, and will tell you that. Middle Eastern countries with their religious Muslim leaders and religious sects and everything, they don't understand it. It makes no sense. That to them, this is reconfirmation in their mind that America is the enemy of God. Do you understand what I'm saying? America is the enemy of God to these people. And it is their way of belief, their way of being raised, the way they've been taught, the way they truly believe in their, not like Americans who say, yes, I'm a Christian, and then go out and drink and smoke and fornicate and everything out of wedlock and homosexual sex and everything. No, these people over in those other parts of the world take religion very seriously. And when you appoint a transgender in charge of the as a Surgeon General, and this transgender thing has got to go around and talk to people all over the world and get in their face and everything, it is the most disrespectful thing. You are not only disrespecting these people that are in power in these other countries, this is the way they see it. You're not only disrespecting them, but you're disrespecting their religion and their God. You have spit in their God's face. Now, I don't care how you think about religion or how you can believe in it, don't believe in it. I'm telling you how the world leaders around the world view it. Okay? So when this happened, China could go on a tour, send out 45 different agents into 45 different countries to start working out trade deals. Don't you know one of the things that these agents are talking to these world leaders in these other smaller countries about is, look how corrupt America has become, where men sleeping with men in the open is okay. They accept transgenders as okay. They accept homosexuality as okay. And a lot of you people on here are going to sit and go, well, if they don't do it, then we don't. That's what's happening. Then we don't need it. If they don't agree and they don't believe in that we don't need to be trading with them, we shouldn't be trading with them. Okay, hold your guns. Hold your guns. Because that's exactly what's happening. They're not trading with us. They do believe the way they believe, and they're not trading with us. They're making other deals around us. Don't care. Oh, I stand by my principles. Yeah, everyone stands by their principles till their stomach starts going to their backbone. These are some of the social things that are happening around America and around the world that affect BRICS being able to make and close trade deals. It's easy to sit there and go down to Africa, nations in Africa from China and from Russia, and go, hey, I know they kept telling you how evil we are, but look what they're doing. Not only are they doing all of this, but we all know, rather you agree if Trump, the charge against Trump is a witch hunt or not, whether you think it's justified or not, does not matter. Because here's how Russia and China and India and all them are selling it to the rest of the world. You know, this is when they go into the room and they talk to another world leader, this is what they're saying. Come on. We all know that this is a witch hunt. America is as corrupt as the rest of the countries they've talked about, even more so. These are talking points for them to be able to sell their ideas. I know America told you that we were corrupt and that we were imprisoning people and everything for political views. But look what they're doing to Donald Trump right now. Oh, if you think Donald Trump is guilty, then my question is, and this is how they talk to each other. Then why didn't, why do you think they didn't ever press those charges against Hillary Clinton when they found her, all those things on her server units and everything that they never, and Russia's telling them like this, and we even told their government that she had them on her server unit. They never pressed any charges against her, yet they're pressing charges against the other, President Trump. And wow, but they cause us and accuse us of being corrupt and taking political prisoners. That's the story they're selling. Do you understand? And it's working. Other countries are falling in line and joining BRICS. They don't trust America anymore. Our corporate decadence has gotten way out of hand, where corporations went over here and basically raped these people of their natural resources and everything and left them with nothing. And didn't care, didn't come back in and try to help them, especially countries in Africa. Where these countries, where American corporations went in there and started mowing down their trees and everything and turning fertile lands into nothing but flood zones and deserts. from one extreme to the other, and didn't go back over there and try to help them figure out the irrigation or anything, yeah, these countries remember that crap after it's all over with. And they look at America and go, huh, yeah, working with you didn't really work out for us. But we got Russia over here and China talking about sharing technology on how to keep our lands fertile and helping us replant plants and replant trees and build infrastructure so that we can keep feeding our people so that we can make more trade with them. Now, let me ask you a question. Use your common sense here, people. Which countries would you, if you were running a small third world country down in, let's say, South America, and you had a country like Russia or China coming in offering you billions of dollars to help, to give you as a loan to help you build hospitals and schools and roads, and which create jobs, which is going to bring more, which means your people can afford to go to the store and buy more stuff and go to the market and buy more, which is going to create a more vibrant community and a vibrant economy. Would you rather talk to them, or would you rather talk to America, who says, we know things are bad down there, but until y'all vote our way and put our guy in power, we're not going to give you any more aid? Or until y'all take this guy out of power and go kill him and assassinate him, who you elected, we're not going to give you any more aid. Hey, we really like to help you out, but the truth is we're just going to shut our borders down to you and not allow you through, and cut out the amount of visas we give out and everything to the people that have studied and spent years trying to get into our country. Hey, we really like you and everything, but if you want some of our money, you want our corporations coming there, we're going to have to ask for that we get 80%. After we invest into like 20% of our money into the economy and everything, we want an 80% return so that your people can never afford to buy their land back from our corporations or anything. Which country do you think you would want to team up with? After you've experienced and dealt with America for decades, and this keeps happening to you, and then China comes in and offers you a lower interest rate, better trade, lower fuel and everything, with deals they made with Saudi Arabia and Iran and other Middle Eastern countries, who would you deal with? Anyway, guys, that's what I want to talk to you about in this video. The next one, we're going to get into more of the political side. We've already talked about the social side, a little bit about the political side, but more about the social and military. The next branch is going to be about the political side, and the economic side is coming in the next two videos. Thanks.